Hi, this is James from Games Radar, and I'm here with Joe.
Hello.
And we have just had the pleasure of going hands-on with Rise of the Tomb Raider, which means that we can bring you the 5 ways that Lara has changed from our playthrough. So,
can I just stop you before we start? The one way she hasn't changed is that she dies in increasingly brutal ways over and over again. So that's not gone. So that's all right.
She does do that if you don't control her properly.
Yes, like me.
So I got her speared through the neck.
That was horrible.
Yes.
That was the proper, like, brings back all the memories of the times you've killed her before one.
You got her crushed by a rock?
Yeah, rock fell on her, just broke her spine. She looked really sad, as you would. I think she drowned. All sorts of ways. I'm just really horrible. It's great.
So that is still in.
Yes.
But what she can do now is that she loves tombs.
She's well back into tombs
Before, hated tombs. Yeah. Now, loves them.
She made occasional detours to tombs in the last game. In this game, tombs all up in your business.
It's all about the tombs. So they're new, they're massive.
Yeah, this one's like a full-on, like, it seems as though Rise of the Tomb Raider is taking stepping back a little bit from the sort of hub areas of the last game, well, at least in the sections we've seen, and this one's a bit more of sort of a linear run through, like, it's not what Xbox would want, but, you know, like an Uncharted style, like, cutscene, like seamless cutscene heavy, like, just barrel through this collapsing Syrian sort of like relic place. It's amazing.
Sort of set piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like we had the tomb started collapsing, then it's filled up with water, then she has to swim through a thing.
Yeah, and some proper old school Tomb Raider puzzles, like, you know, standing on one sort of lever so that the water comes in, so it raises to a high enough level that you can jump on another, like, set of like
a
pallets.
Wooden pallet that you have to shoot down,
and then jump on, you know, some pillars before the water goes down, and, you know, it's got like a proper old school puzzle vibe to it, which the last game just didn't really have.
Yeah, great. Well, talking of things that you find in tombs leads us on to point number 2. Lara can now learn Greek.
Yes, she has a Greek proficiency level, and I think she's going to have various different languages of proficiency levels.
You think?
Yeah, I reckon.
Not just Greek?
Yeah, because it specifically says Greek, so I reckon it's going to be like Persian as well.
Right.
It's apparently, so you build up your Greek level by reading murals and finding old scrolls, and then those let you unlock, translate a sort of monolith that then points you to an optional extra crypt puzzle, which we didn't get to see, unfortunately, because we just weren't good enough at Greek. But
I got to level 1.
I got to level 1, but way after I should have.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, that's an interesting extra little feature, and probably one of the funniest game mechanics of the show.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a call out to, like, the hub world existing, as in you have to put the Greek level up, then go and replay that section.
That's interesting. Yeah, it probably is.
And do that. Okay, well, number 3 then, her pickaxe that she has in this one does a lot more than just climbing up walls of ice. Yeah,
it's not just like the last games. I can occasionally hang on to things or stick it in a man's head. In this one, she's like deactivating traps that get stuck around her legs. She's smashing down walls to let water in again for those puzzles. What else does she do? She does some all sorts of stuff with it.
Yeah, she got stuff out of that bear trap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there was more than just the water thing. She's like finding gaps in walls, making secret entrances into things. So I guess on that point, the help button or the
survival instinct
is still there, but you don't have to use it.
No, it's more like in the same way that I think Hitman's doing. It's sort of taken back a little of the sort of reliance on it, and it's become like a hint guide, basically. It just goes, go over this way, maybe.
Yeah, and she does look at things if you don't use it.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Like, there was one bit where I sort of turned around the camera and she was just looking and smiling at this, like, at this big ledge.
There, Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right, okay, I got it.
It's like she knows she's being controlled by an idiot. It's great.
Okay, well, in exploring these new tombs, she's obviously come into contact with some bad guys. Yeah. There's the new bad team in this. It's called Trinity. So they're after her for some reason. Yeah,
they seem to be in classic sort of Dan Brown book fashion, like an ancient order of evil guys. So this mission revolved around finding an artifact left behind by the Prophet, who is a possibly immortal medieval saint type person who Trinity killed in the Middle Ages, but it doesn't appear to be anywhere to be found. And you're sort of searching for him and they're searching for whatever magical artifact he might have had that presumably keeps him alive. And yeah, now they've got all guns and bombs and things instead of swords.
Okay, well finally then, Lara has some new animations for this time around. My favourite of which is when she gets wet and goes in the water. As soon as she gets out, she wrings her hair out. Yeah, like that's the most important thing.
That's it, and exactly. She's in the middle of like a crumbling tomb with bombs going off, and she's just sort of like squeegeeing out her hair at the back. It's a really like nice little animation, really nice. And there was always a big fuss about Lara's hair in the last game, so they've really doubled down on the I think they called it the Tress FX last time. Yes. So I guess the Tress FX are back. Her hair's swinging all over the place.
Her hair is amazing.
It is incredible.
It's amazing.
Yeah, getting lit up by her flares and looking all blue. It's great. Yeah.
She's also got some new climbing animations. Yeah. And some new other things in there.
She sort of clambers over rocks a bit more convincingly. She still does that strange thing where she'll get halfway up a rock and then you can press A again and she scampers up seemingly out of nowhere, which is kind of odd. It looks a bit weird, but like when you're actually holding on to things, there's a real sense of like she's kind of maneuvering herself around the rocks in quite a, realistic way.
That's right.
As you'd expect.
And I did try, but I don't think she can swan dive yet.
Oh, no, I think she can.
She did a normal dive.
Oh, a swan? Yeah, no, maybe not.
She didn't do a swan. I was up, I went back out, I pressed all the buttons to try and make her do it.
She didn't have the crucial arms out swan dive style.
I think the guys were looking at me going, he's stuck. That's like, I'm not stuck, I'm just trying to make her dive. I just want to make her dive.
Water. She looks cool.
Yeah, she mentions her dad a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, her dad's like a big deal in this one, it seems. Like, it's that... again, very Uncharted, sort of listening back to his old recordings and then using his research to help her find new stuff, like Indiana Jones as well. It all comes back to Indiana, doesn't it?
There we are. Yeah. Okay, well, that is the 5 ways that Lara has changed here at Gamescom 2015. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe down below and check out gamesradar.com for full previews of all the games we're seeing here at the show.